A number of our contest entries expressed great concern about our country's social problems. America's children are worried about the environment, drugs, racial discrimination, and the homeless. But they're not without ideas on how to change things. Miss Gail Harvey's class, ages 13 and 14, Brooklyn, New York. Two classes at a Catholic school sent an idea for a documentary about a man named Michael Cristiano, who's found his own way to reach out to the homeless.
It really bothers me sometimes, you know, just the thought of people standing outside in the rain, like in the thunder, in the winter, and it makes it seem like the population's gonna die off if we don't help these people.
And we were really glad that we won, so that Michael Cristiano would get this opportunity for people to realize what he does, and hopefully some other people would follow him.
It didn't start with 100 people, it only started with one. I saw him one day, it was particularly cold, and I thought I would do a good deed. I went into a coffee shop and I got him a container of coffee and a roll. And we struck up a friendship. I took care of him that way for a while. I'd let him sleep in my car on cold days. And there was a feeling I got while I was doing that for him. Something that I'd never felt before. I knew it was something special, and I knew that if I could do that for him, I could do just about anything. And that was the beginning of me starting to feed one person, and it gradually grew from there.
Well before dawn every weekday morning, Michael Cristiano leaves his home on Staten Island and his still sleeping family for the half-hour commute into the city. If he's out of the door by 5:10, he has just enough time for a couple of hundred deliveries before he has to be at work.
I'd like to think that if my life ever got to the point where I was hungry and I was out in the street, that somebody would care enough to come over to me and give me a cup of coffee or give me a sandwich. Care enough to say, how are you, you know? And it's not that anything I do is extraordinary in any way. All I'm doing for them is what I would want somebody to do for me. This is it. Good morning. Good morning, buddy. Okay. You hear a lot of stereotypes. They're all drunk, they're all drug addicts. One of the things about homeless people, a lot of them came back from Vietnam the same time that I did. A lot of them are around the same age, 40 years old, mid-40s. There are a lot of homeless people in the streets who are not so different from me, and they had some tragedy in their life that caused them to quit. Good morning. They're the ones that gave me the name The Sandwich Man. And it's probably the title that I have that I'm the proudest of. Right down here, all right? Put the bottoms all down, put the bologna on top, then we'll cover them. We make stacks of soup.
In the beginning, he made all the sandwiches, 5 nights a week, every week of the year. Now, Michael and his growing band of volunteers build the more than 200 sandwiches he'll deliver early the next morning.
When you make the sandwiches, you're making them and you know that they're given out to someone who really needs them and has no other food for that rest of the day. So you just feel really special.
He has a big heart, and maybe I have a bigger heart.
You get the satisfaction of knowing that one human being can make a difference, and I think you might give somebody else the idea that they can do the same thing. Maybe not exactly the same way, but they could be kind to a person. They could be nice to a person. That if you've made one life just a little bit better for a few minutes, that's a thrill that you can't pay for. And I think that says it all.